Alrighty, so an update on the 1987 Thunderbird Turbo Coupe. Now, the last video I said I would do a video around the vehicle and have kind of that as the next video. I tried it and I have like no memory space on my phone to be able to do it, and I'm not really sure how to do it yet, but I'll work on it and I will have a live video of going around the vehicle. Just so far it didn't work for me. So the update so far. Now when I received the vehicle, I actually drove it away and they didn't think I was going to be able to drive it away. Um, since then, uh, we have turned the horn circuit into the fuel circuit, the auxiliary fuel circuit, the one that I put in line, is now run by the horn. No, I don't have to sit and hold the horn down so the vehicle will run. No. What we did was we took the horns out. They weren't even connected to anything, they were hanging. So we took the horns out, also because they didn't work. And we put the positive of that pump to the horn circuit. And it seems I'm already missing the center part of my horn, which I need to buy. It's like $75 unless I can find it somewhere cheaper. Uh, there's two wires in there, and I just put a little toggle switch in there, and if I turn it one way, the pump will turn on, and if I turn it the other way, it'll turn off. So I don't have to open and close the hood, I don't have to get out of the vehicle, I can just turn the pump on and off when needed. Now, the brakes was a really interesting thing. Now, a normal brake system is not a very big looking thing. The brake system in this car is literally 2 feet long, and it's just huge. It's a really, really weird system. And the car came with a spare one. This was supposedly the only other thing wrong with it. Was fuel and brakes were the only thing wrong with this vehicle. And so far that's true. Um, the pump wasn't running on the one in the car. So we took the one off the spare and put it on the car, and lo and behold, the pump ran. And we're like, yay, because the pump is a hydraulic pump to run the brakes. See, when you have a turbo vehicle or a supercharged vehicle, you don't have vacuum, so you can't have a normal braking system. It has to be hydraulically assisted because there's no vacuum to help you. So, at any rate, the motor ran. Um, we were very happy about it, but it didn't shut off. It's only supposed to run for a very short amount of time and then shut off. And so did a few different things with it, and it wasn't pumping any fluid out. So we took the whole unit back off, which is not an easy thing to do. It's extremely hard to do. So we took that whole unit back off, which is a motor, an actual hydraulic pump, and a return line and a hydraulic line. And yeah, so we we took that completely off, and what we did was the one that wasn't working at all, we took the motor off of that and took the motor that was working and put it on that one. The pump turned freely and everything, so we put them together, put it in the vehicle, And with me testing and stuff like that, I could get the pump to run. And not only did it run, it actually pumped up the system and the brakes started working. And after a little while, we had brakes working. It was enough that we actually called in for a road test, taking it out on the road. The yard wasn't big enough. Let's take it out on the road. And I went about 5, 6, 7, so almost 14 miles with it. Brakes worked the entire time. Pull into my dad's. We take care of a few tools, and we decide that we're going to go to the power wash and power wash this thing, because they had a little bit of tree sap on it, different things like that. And pre-wash has an alkaline in it, and it'll help eat that. And I was able to scrape all that off and everything. But as soon as I pulled out of my dad's to go to the car wash, which was about a mile and a half away, I had no brakes again. So we still did the car wash and then came back. And so what we did was the original one that was running, but it wasn't pumping anything, has a pressure switch on it that tells the motor to turn on or turn off depending on the pressure. Okay? Now, the way it was set up, it wasn't turning on. Only when I probed it, it turned on and it pumped, and we got brakes. But it wasn't turning back on. It was completely draining the system down to the point it had no brakes again, but wasn't turning on its own. Well, the pressure unit in the old one that didn't pump anything at all was actually running the pump. So I said, well, at least we can give that a shot. That wasn't easy. That was very, very hard to do. Got it out, put the new one in, and at the end of the day, I ran it, had brakes in the yard, and my concern was that the pump would be continuously running, which could burn up the pump. And I put my hand, there's enough room to get in there, I put my hand on it, and the pump wasn't running. So it was doing what it was supposed to be doing, turning on, turning off. So hopefully we got it. That thing was ready, roadworthy. Other than buffing it, I'm going to buff it out. After the car wash and everything, it's definitely dull. Um, but it looks like it'll totally buff out beautifully. Um, that's the next thing I'm going to do. And maybe I can have a video of before and after the buffing. That'd be really nice. Which I might be able to do, but it'd be a very short video on this because I don't have that video editing software yet. So it's really hard for me to take like this video that I'm doing right now and then splice in something else and then come back to this video. I don't have the software to do that. So the hope is to put some miles on the Thunderbird in the next couple days and then put the new fuel pump in it, and it should be just solid. I mean, ready to go. 77,000 miles, new fuel pump, working brake system, great tires, clean body, rust free, beautiful car, absolutely beautiful car. So, but maybe I can do like a before and after on how dull the paint is after I just did what I did. I got all the tree sap off and everything, but it dulled all the paint. It's like hazy. I don't know. But that's it, man. That's the update for the find. Which that didn't cost me anything in parts other than brake fluid because that part came with the vehicle. Just my time for switching it out. So far, very, very cool. Jeep's almost ready to sell. It's driving again. Got that fixed today, and hopefully get the parts to finish up the plastic that got broke, and that sucker to be ready to sell, and I should be able to sell it. And between the two vehicles, I maybe will have spent $500 on the whole end, maybe 600 if I can get my asking price out of my Jeep for the price I paid for that car. And considering the sheer magnitude of the upgrade, heck of a deal. So that's it for right now. Uh, I don't have uh, like a whole lot more until I find out what I can do. It might be a pretty short video, but I would like to do before and after with the polishing, so you guys can see that and kind of an overview of the vehicle and stuff. But I might have to clear my memory card completely, and it might have to be okay quality, and it might only be max 4 minutes, but that's enough time to do it. So ta-ta for now. Hope to see you soon.